Hello, welcome to Chat and Chew. My name is Gigi Naval, faculty member at Loma Linda University and registered dietitian. Today I'm so excited that I have 4 fabulous students who are with me today, and you are going to learn a lot from them. But before they start, let's get to know who they are. So, to my right, we have Miss Kristen Grettenberger. Hello, Kristen.
Hi.
Hi. Please tell us where you're from.
I'm from San Diego, California.
Okay, very good. From beautiful San Diego. Very nice. Please tell me, and our viewers out there, what has been your most memorable experience or memory being at school at Loma Linda University?
Well, the first thing that I thought about when that came to mind was our first year, we actually were able to do something similar with a creative project.
Yes.
And we came together, most of us in this group specifically, to do something called a nutrition update. And so in doing that, we established, a lot of friendship. We had a lot of time to hang out together. So we got to know each other very, very well. We got to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So,
Nice.
So coming together and establishing that friendship the first year was fantastic, and I'll never forget that experience.
Oh, and I won't forget that either. I keep watching it over and over because it was awesome and I kept laughing.
Yeah,
So-
it's good to laugh outside of the books.
So true. Thank you, Kristen. And next we have Miss Catherine Slomka.
Hello.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
And where are you from?
I too am from beautiful San Diego, California.
There we go. Very nice.
Yes.
And my question to you is, what is your most favorite class going to Loma Linda University for the past 2 years or so?
Well, I think it would have to just encompass medical nutrition therapy with the advanced, beginning. Obviously, I'm here because I love nutrition and I
Yes.
love food, so learning about how we can prevent and use food for disease and healing was just lovely.
I know you were lighting up even more once you got into those classes.
Yes, absolutely.
Very
It was fun.
nice. Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah.
And to my left over here, we have Miss Stacy Braceros.
Hi.
And Stacy, you're getting married soon, huh?
I am.
Yes, how
Ew.
exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stacy, where are you from?
I'm from Mililani, Hawaii.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
too.
Come visit.
Yes, love to. You know what? I actually forgot what my question is for you, but so you're going to have to tell me the answer to the question I asked you earlier.
Okay, well, you asked me what was the turning point that led me to really know that dietetics is the career that I wanted to go into.
Good memory.
So to answer your question,
Yes.
it was probably about in sophomore of my college years where I took a human nutrition class and I sat down for lunch with my professor who was an RD at a VA hospital.
Okay.
And we just talked about her career and her practice, and it dawned on me that all of my personality and my interests and the gifting that I have really matches with nutrition and dietetics. So that was great confirmation, and I went forward from there.
Excellent, and I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. And last but not least, we have Miss Christina Couts.
Counts.
Couts. I was going to say Couts, and I know that. I don't know why I said it wrong this time.
Everybody gets it wrong.
Christina, where are you from?
I am from Corona, California.
Okay, very good. And when all is said and done, once you have your registered dietitian credential, what is your ultimate dream job?
Well, in life, I've always wanted to work in some sort of medical aspect, and when going to college, it was either be a lawyer or be a doctor, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll be a doctor. And then I decided that's not quite the way I want to go, and I found nutrition, and nutrition has been always so important, and so I think working in preventative medicine will be that ultimate goal for me.
Beautiful. I love it. Well, please sit back and enjoy their episode on hidden sugars.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's Chat and Chew. I'm your host, Stacy Braceros, and today we have 2 sit in the front row but not brown-nosing, really knowledgeable dietetics students, Positive Penny and Negative Nancy. Thank you
Hi.
ladies for being here.
Pleasure to be
Our
here.
pleasure. I'm so excited.
Oh, I believe you, but not you. Okay. So today's topic is something a wise woman once said, a spoonful of this makes the medicine go down. That's right. We're talking about sugar. What is it? Where is it? What's important about it? Why should we talk about it? We're looking to our dietetic students for their nutrition expertise to guide us.
Yes, and we're so happy to be here.
Oh, great.
So the reason why sugar is so important to talk about today is because we're not eating it in moderation anymore. It's gotten pretty out of control. In fact, the average American consumes about 22 teaspoons of sugar every single day.
And since I'm the math whiz right here, that's about 75 pounds per person per year. That's a small child.
That is a
Lot of
small
sugar.
child. That is so much sugar.
Yes, and about 35% of this sugar intake is coming from beverages alone. So that's our coffee drinks, our energy drinks, our sodas. It's crazy.
Again, since I'm the math whiz, the other 65% is coming from other sources.
This is true. And by other sources, we mean crackers, salad dressings, beef jerky. Basically, if it's in a package, you can guarantee it has sugar in it.
Wow. Okay, well, that was a lot. I can't be the only person who doesn't know this. So we thought it would be fun to bring on a special guest.
So fun.
Yes. So without further ado, she's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Hello, Your Highness. Thank you for being here.
I am just elated to be here. I couldn't be more happy.
Wow, she's very perky.
Yes.
Okay.
So nice to meet you.
Well, we thought it would be fun to have Miss United States bring her food for a day and we'll dissect her diet and just see how much sugar she's eating.
Yes.
Oh, this will be
I've got my
fun.
lovely, beautiful bag here. Isn't it nice?
Oh, wow.
Very beautiful.
Look Just for your food?
Look at this hidden compartment here.
So cute. I love it.
That's amazing.
It's a little high maintenance.
Girl.
That could be one way to look at it.
All right, so
Let's start with breakfast, shall we?
Okay, beautiful. So for breakfast, I usually have a strawberry yogurt.
Okay.
And granola. And sometimes I like to have even a little green tea. What do you think?
okay. So I'm gonna start off by what we like. So what we like is the yogurt it's a good source of calcium and it has a little protein and we've got some probiotics in there to keep your tummy happy.
Oh, good.
So we like that. And the granola has some fiber, which we need to keep you full. But we can do better.
Yes, in fact, I'm taking a look at that right now. And what I would suggest is something like this Greek yogurt. You see, she mentioned that it has the calcium and protein. This actually has more protein, and it doesn't have that added sugar there.
That's true.
And if you want that strawberry flavor, I would suggest something maybe along the lines of real fruit. So here we have the real fruit without the added sugars. You have the natural source of sugar. You have the vitamins. You have the micronutrients, and you also have some added volume and fiber for this.
Oh, lovely. That looks neat.
And to fix that little topping there, sweetheart, I would suggest something along the lines of maybe some crushed nuts, like some walnuts. So you get that crunch, but you also get the fiber content and a little bit of natural fats, and again, no added sugar.
I love
Great
walnuts.
tip.
Great.
I do what I
love
can.
that.
Wow. Well, you know, we hear on commercials all the time about eating a balanced breakfast. What's that about?
Balance.
Yes.
Well, okay. For those of you who are visual, let's say this is your baseline. We're going to talk about blood sugar. So, when you wake up in the morning, you wake up, let's say your blood sugar's stable. Well, if you go and you choose a high sugar cereal for breakfast, your blood sugar's going to spike up and then it's going to crash. And what do you want to reach for when you sugar crash? You're going to want more
Sugar.
so then you end up with a high and low, which is just really throwing off your body. So instead, what I suggest, and what you should do, is you should start with a balanced breakfast, meaning a breakfast that's not gonna have your blood sugar soar. You're gonna have this little bit of a rise and a little bit of a fall, therefore creating a nice wave, a nice,
Rolling with the homies.
rolling with the homies.
Yeah.
You're taking me back.
I like that.
I did like that.
Love it.
So that's a way to keep that balance. You've got that protein, that fat, and those are the natural sugars, and that will help keep your blood sugar stable.
Got it. Fiber, protein, healthy fats with your
Very well
sugar.
put.
I tried.
Love it.
Got it. Okay, so we have to be mindful of the sugars that we have in our breakfast. And it really seems to add up.
It's true. And this little tiny breakfast alone, more than an entire Snickers bar.
No.
You're eating a Snickers bar in the United States.
Yeah,
I'd rather have the Snickers bar.
I would too.
Okay, well, maybe we'll move on to
Let's
lunch.
move on to lunch. Yes. Okay. So for lunch, I usually have this is my croissant sandwich with cheese, an apple, and there's some carrots in here somewhere.
Okay.
Did the lunch bag eat your carrots? Okay. That's what you get for
How do
being
you
so high
stay
maintenance.
full with this? Oh, okay.
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 Well, we'll move on. So I will start with what we like. So what we love is that you are incorporating some fruit and veggies into your lunch. We love this because we need lots of fruits and vegetables in our diet every single day. So we've got our beta carotene for those beautiful browns to keep them healthy. And then we have our apple, which again, we're having some vitamins and fiber to keep you full. And for your sandwich, that you have cheese in here, again, similar to the yogurt, a great source of protein and calcium. But again, we could do better.
Do tell.
Better's always better.
There is, in fact, I would start with that sandwich or that croissant, better yet. Croissant has a lot of additives, added unnatural fats, even some hidden sugars. So what I would suggest is maybe adding something with fiber content, like a nice grain whole wheat wrap. Therefore, again, we're going to create that stability in the blood sugars and balance. Something else I'd like to suggest, your cheese is not bad, but something like feta, like a feta cheese, you don't have to put as much cheese and it has a lot of flavor still in it. Also, if you wanted to add some hummus, you could keep it within the Mediterranean theme. So the hummus adds a little bit protein. So now you
Yummy.
have protein, you have the flavor, you have the natural fats, a little Mediterranean theme. Or you can go with something like hummus and avocado, because that's also a great source of fat.
Yes.
Makes me go back to the Mediterranean.
So we talked about blood sugars in the morning, but it sounds like we also have to worry about it throughout the day.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Just as you said, the balance. Again, you don't want your
Balance.
blood sugars to crash. So by eating meals that are nice and balanced, you'll keep those blood sugars stable.
Rolling with the homies.
Rolling
Remember.
with the homies.
Good job.
I got it. I think I got it. Great.
Good.
Lovely.
All right, so we have to avoid eating tons of sugar at one time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we do that with eating a balanced meal with protein, fiber, healthy fats, and
Absolutely.
with our sugar.
Yep.
And
Got
sugar's
it.
in everything.
It's true.
Can be.
It's quite hard to avoid these days.
Especially if you don't read it.
Well, okay, well, this is super informative, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so let's keep going.
All right. So when it gets to about 3 or 4 o'clock, my tum-tum's growling a little bit.
Okay.
So then I reach for my trail mix bar.
Okay, so let's take a look at that. So again, what we like about this bar is that there are nuts in it. And like we talked about with breakfast, lunch provide healthy sorts of fats and also fiber and micronutrients. However, just like our other meals, we can do better because I see chocolate on there, Missy.
I'm bad.
So Nancy, help us out with this.
You know, I honestly love this idea for a snack, but what you can do is think of getting pre-packaged trail mix or nuts, just like this, without the raisins and without the chocolate. This also keeps that portion size down, because nuts are good, but you don't want to sit there throwing back a ton of handful of nuts. That will make you a little nutty. So what I would suggest is ditching the sugar in a bar like this and maybe going with something a little more natural, convenient, and again, you don't have those added sugars.
Yes.
Gosh, added sugars everywhere. There's no escape.
know.
Do I need to be afraid?
Scary.
I'm scared.
Absolutely not. There's no need to fear sugar. We are here to equip you with knowledge, and that way when you're in the supermarket or when you're out, you can make better choices. But there's no need to fear.
Never fear. The dietetic students are here.
Absolutely.
I cracked myself up. Anyway, so do you have some extravagant dinner for us, Ms.
Oh,
Nance?
you know, I am just been so busy getting ready for Miss Intergalactic.
Oh,
So you're an
wow.
alien now?
Exciting.
And so for dinner, I have pasta with a lot of marinara. And I thought maybe if I'm reducing the amount of pasta and adding more marinara to it, maybe that's better. It's reducing the sugar. What do you think?
Well, I'm really glad you brought this up because a lot of people don't know that marinara is actually a huge source of added sugar.
Oh no!
Yes, so not only do you have your natural sugars from the tomatoes, but you have added sugar as well to help that acidity a little bit more. So we can definitely do better because also I'm a little concerned that there isn't, what is it, Stacy?
Balance.
Absolutely. So
smart.
I think Nancy has some really great tips to help us balance this meal out and also reduce the sugar. What do you have for us?
Killing me, kid. All right, so we could add maybe some natural fats. Olive oil is a great source of fat here. You can. It also adds a little bit of flavor, a nice little texture, consistency to the pasta. We can also cut back on that marinara and add some vegetables. Your vegetables of your
Absolutely.
choice, bell peppers, cauliflower, broccoli. You're also getting vitamins and micronutrients into that sitting. And also, it wouldn't hurt here to maybe add just a tablespoon or two of some Parmesan cheese. A little bit of cheese in moderation, again, adds that flavor. Satisfies that palate, and you even get a little bit of protein in there.
Yes.
Protein, fat, fiber with your sugar.
Yep.
Lovely.
You got it.
Great.
You guys are excellent students.
So, Miss United States, does dessert ever creep into your day?
Well,
This is a safe space.
I do have a confession to make, everyone.
On live television.
I sometimes do have a couple of Snickers bars. You know, those little mini ones, just the little mini ones. What do you think? Is that really that bad? They're
my
just the little
gosh.
small ones.
Are we really having this conversation right now?
Well, unfortunately, those little minis add up. But if you love chocolate, we can make a healthy swap. How do you feel about dark chocolate?
Oh, I love dark chocolate.
Great.
Great. I'm going to tell you about some of the benefits of dark chocolate, but before we jump into that, we forgot to mention something about where you can find some of these information, some of these things that we're talking about. Sugars, fats, protein.
Yeah.
Have any of you seen this?
Yes, I know that. I've seen that
You
before.
do?
Yes.
Oh.
It looks very familiar. It is called a nutrition label. Yes.
Correct?
Job.
I mean, this is a life-size version, so you're not going to find this in the store.
No.
But this is pretty, similar to the smaller labels that you will find on the back of packages if it's a packaged food. So back to what we were speaking about before, you will normally find your fats up here. You will have your fiber right here. This is a great source of fiber. It's got 4 grams here. You also can find the protein at the bottom. But since we are speaking about chocolate, we are speaking about sugars and where we can find these things, this specific product has 1 gram of sugar. Now, if you've learned anything, Miss United States, can you please let me know if you think or feel that this is a low or a high source of added sugar?
Okay, so there's one. I can count 1. Oh, yes, that's low.
Good job.
Glad we learned something as we go along. So back to the chocolate. Chocolate, a little bit is okay. Dark chocolate, a better idea, but you also get the added antioxidants in the chocolate, and then again, you have a lower sugar content, and you'll have that satisfaction.
I've heard antioxidants. I think I heard. I saw it on TV. It was this
did?
little segment talked about how dark chocolate lowers blood pressure and fights inflammation and clotting.
Wow.
Oh, look at you, smarty pants.
I think on this might have been the most impressive thing that's come out of your mouth.
That's
Oh,
true. I'm very impressed.
But you said it's impressed, so I'm taking that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
Lovely.
All right. So we went.
How do you feel? Are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed?
You know,
or?
ladies, I am feeling so overwhelmed. This is just, it's so much information, but I think I can handle it.
Your head's not popping yet, so
Eesh, a little bit.
okay.
A little
It's
bit.
hard for you.
So, based on, everything that I brought here and some of the swaps that you suggested, how much sugar do you think I'm reducing from my diet?
Well, I'm glad you asked because, again, since I'm a math whiz, I've been actually calculating this as you've been going along here. And your original food that you brought in came up to 90 grams of sugar.
Oh my gosh, I can't even count that high.
Don't try. And please don't ever say that again.
You might not want to
don't
say that
don't
out
talk.
loud.
So, well, I'm going to avoid that and we'll move along here. I'm sorry, you just kind of caught me off guard with that comment.
Yeah.
But we will swap out those items, and then now we're at 40 grams of sugar. So we've actually
excellent.
reduced it by almost 50%. So half the amount of sugar by just making those swaps that we made here today.
Yes, and remember the average American is eating 22 teaspoons of sugar, and at your 40 grams, that's about 10 teaspoons of
10.
sugar.
I think I can count
So
that high.
yeah, that's great.
Yes.
We like that number.
Keep it simple.
Wow, you're gonna be such a role model.
I will be. I already am.
Okay.
I'm
your workout
promoting
like?
now world peace and lower sugar.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Such a contributor.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
The world, what would we do without you?
You know, I have no idea.
All right, so to summarize, a lot of what I'm hearing is balance, 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 balance.
Yes.
With protein, healthy fats, fiber with your sugar, so
Yes.
that we're rolling with the homies.
Rolling with the homies.
So keeping those blood sugars stable and using your nutrition label to be a sugar detective
Yes.
and using it to know what's in your food.
Exactly. You got it, guys.
I feel so smart right now.
Me too.
That's good. That's really good.
We're happy for you.
Yeah, we're very happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that's our show. I want to thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, there's just a few more questions that I think maybe you guys can help me answer.
Oh.
Yes, we'd be happy to.
So, when it comes to my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner, what sort of things do you think that we can do as far as helping me eat better?
In addition to making those swaps
In
today?
addition to making those
Well,
swaps.
you know, I'm going to maybe bring up the subject of eggs. Eggs are often looked at as a bad source of cholesterol or saturated fat, but having an egg every once in a while with the yolk is perfectly healthy. Add in a few vegetables, you know, give a little bit of peppers, a little bit of celery, broccoli, whatever you choose, you can add that into the egg, and then a little bit of cheese. You don't need to throw a whole lot of cheese in there, but some of those cheeses that we talked about add a lot of flavor. So there you have a nice balance, and it's a perfect way to start your day.
Eggs for breakfast. I love
Eggs
that.
for breakfast.
Again, I do what I can.
Novel idea.
So, overall, would you say there was anything else missing from my diet? From what you've seen for today?
Well, something that you haven't talked about is hydration. And what are you drinking?
You know, I drink a lot of water, but every
Great.
once in a while I drink my coffee.
Okay.
It's so delicious.
Do you add anything to that coffee?
Oh no, I do.
And what's that?
Those little yellow packets,
Oh.
pink packets,
Oh.
blue packets.
So, artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of mixed controversy out there on those sweeteners. And you kind of have to work with it, but my suggestion is to try to not use those or not count as them. So if you choose to drink coffee or maybe try a decaf coffee, then what you can do is sometimes if you just add a little bit of cream or half and half, and you don't add the low-fat sugar with the sweeteners, you'll find there's a little bit of sweetness to that coffee or decaf coffee. Those natural flavors is what we're looking for. And so because the research out there goes back and forth, we don't have a good hold of it, but what it does show and what we have seen is that sugar, even those sugar alcohols, they will enhance that sugar addiction issue. So if you're continuing to use those items, that doesn't help solve the constant need for sugar.
So what you're telling me is that I'm already sweet enough and I don't need to add any more sugars.
No, you don't need to add any more sweetness to this.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I knew there was a compliment in there somewhere.
But
really fished
it's
for that
very
one.
important to stay hydrated in Miss United States. With all your yoga lattes, running, you need the water.
I do the newest craze, Yoga Lattes box, Yoga Pilates, and boxing.
Wow.
Again, such a contributor.
Yes.
I do what I can.
Great. Do you guys have any more questions for us?
Well, what about, we've been talking about hidden sugars. So going back to the nutrition label,
Uh-huh.
how do we find the hidden sugars?
Well, that's a great point because currently the FDA is under approval of adding another section to the label. So where it says sugars, it's also going to tell you added sugars. So you'll know how much sugar is coming from, like we talked about the marinara sauce, for example. So there's obvious sugar in tomatoes, but we're not really worried about that. But what we are worried about is the amount of cane syrup, high fructose corn syrup, or whatever it is they're putting in there to make it
those
sweet.
words are so big and scary.
Yes.
Do they put those on the nutrition label?
Yeah.
Do they tell you?
Well, it's in the ingredients. And so you have to remember that when you're looking at the nutrition label, there's always going to be an ingredients section as well. And so then you can be a sugar sleuth and look for all the hidden sugars.
Oh, wonderful.
My rule basically is if it looks like it's in a completely foreign language, you probably want to stay away from it.
Yes.
So I'm thinking my next costume will be a magnifying glass and a little detective hat, and I can go around looking for all those bad things
Okay,
in my
Nancy, yeah.
in my nutrition labels.
Yeah.
That
We're in
sounds
the world.
exciting.
It does.
That's very exciting. All right.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much, ladies, for being here.
Oh, you're
We
so welcome.
Chatted a lot, and I hope you all at home chew on what we talked about.
Yes.
Thank you.
I thought it was funny, guys.
We thought that was clever.
Oh, good.
And thanks for
Great.
gracing us with your presence, sweetness.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, Your Highness. Good luck on Miss Intergalactic.
Oh yes, thank you. I'm gonna blow everybody out of the water.
Yeah, you are.
Or whatever liquid is out there.
That is so true. And thank you, Positive Penny and Negative Nancy, for sharing your nutrition expertise.
Anytime.
Likewise.
Great. Well, we thank you for watching and join us next week for the next episode of Chat and Chew.